Hi folks, Max from GalaxyS4Root.com. For this week's Sprint Galaxy S4 ROM of the week, check out rooted version of Android 4.3. This is the build number MJA. This is the Android 4.3, and I'm probably not going to go over all the new features with MJA. Let me just kind of go over real quick. Some of the major changes is definitely Android 4.3, which brings OpenGL 3.0, can make your graphics faster and also your performance, battery life faster. Now this is a completely stock version, and you can install it on any rooted Sprint S4. Let me go ahead and show you how to do this. It is a little bit hard. It took me actually all day, and you actually have to use Phil's recovery to install, and there's certain instructions, so make sure you follow these directions. Otherwise, you know, you will end up in a boot loop. I ended up in a boot loop all day yesterday. I tried clock mode recovery, torque recovery. It just wouldn't work. Anyway, let me show you how to do it. And this is how you can install also any kind of Android 4.3, any TouchWiz based Android 4.3 ROM, such as Sax custom ROM also. So refer to this whenever you're installing Android 4.3 videos until CWM twerp recoveries are, you know, they're fixed, so they can install the latest Android 4.3 ROMs. So let me go ahead and show you. First thing you'll want to do is install the Phil's recovery. So we're going to put it into download mode. Now let me begin. You would do this because if you unroot right now and upgrade to the official Android 4.3, you'll get the latest Knox, which kind of shows you rooted, and that might interfere with your warranty perhaps. All those Sprint's pretty good at it. This way we can still keep the old bootloader, and we'll be able to not have to deal with Knox and get all the features of Android 4.3. So first thing you'll need to do is install the Phil's stock recovery. So go ahead and hold down the volume down, center home, and the power button when your phone is off, and hold it down until you see the warning screen, and then go ahead and connect it to your computer via micro USB cable, and then we'll go to our computer. Next, what you want to do is download this file called MJA-upgrade.zip. I put all the files in there so you don't have to go search for the files and whatnot, and you can use this package to install any Android 4.3 ROM. Go ahead and run Odin 3 v185.exe. Hit yes. Alright. And then we're going to go ahead and choose PDA here. And we're going to go ahead and find that folder MJ upgrade, and choose the Phil's touch blah.tar.md5. And also we're going to go ahead and upgrade the modem to MJA, the latest modem. So go ahead and choose phone and choose MJA modem only.tar.md5. Alright. Go ahead and hit start, and this will flash the latest Phil's recovery, which is compatible, and that's the only recovery I could find that would actually install Android 4.3 ROM. And then it will also install the modem, obviously. And if you see success, you should be all good to go. And if you don't see a yellow highlighted sign, I forgot to tell you at the beginning, that means you don't have Samsung drivers installed. I'll have links to Samsung USB drivers. Double click on that, install that, unplug your USB, plug it back in, and you should be all good to go. Okay, next go ahead and download the whatever ROM you want to, Android 4.3 ROM you want to install. If you want to install the stock ROM like I did, you'll have to download JF-LT-SPR MJA test 2.zip. This is the completely stock rooted version you can flash with Clockwork Model or Phil's recovery. So go ahead and download that and copy it to your SD card, put it on your phone, or download it straight to your phone. And then let's go to our phone. Alright, since we flashed the modem, sometimes you may have to flash it twice, but it should work the first time, hopefully. And if you go to baseband here, you should see MJA, ending in MJA. If you don't see it, that means it wasn't successful. You can go ahead and run Odin again. You don't have to choose the recovery this time. Just go ahead and flash the modem. Try it one more time. It should work. And once you have the latest modem flashed, we're going to go ahead and boot into the Phil's recovery. So go ahead and power off your phone again. And we're going to use the manual method, volume up, center home, and the power button to get into Phil's recovery. So you do have to have an Android 4.3 custom ROM or the rooted version in your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and hold down volume up, center home, and the power button. Alright, wait until it says recovery booting with blue on top on the top left. And once this boots to Phil's recovery, this is what it looks like. It's basically Clockwork recovery with some additional options. First thing you'll need to do is go to backup and mountain storage. Sorry, no. Backup and restore. All right. If you go to backup and restore, there's a menu for MISC and Android settings. All right. And here it says process SE context down here. Go ahead and make sure that's checked on. You'll see that if it's checked on, you'll have an X there. It's not checked on by default. So make sure it has an X. Go back. All right, and then it's standard installation. I don't know why, if you don't do that, since Clockwork Tour Recovery doesn't have those options, it will not boot. So that's why I was telling you to follow these directions. So next, what you want to do, go to Wipe Data Factory Reset, and then choose Clean to install a new ROM, and say, yes, I will install a new ROM, which is pretty much a factory reset, but what this one does is basically formats data cache, and then it will also format system. You can do it manually, but this does it for you. And then after that, just install the ROM, reboot, and you should be all good to go. And this is how I was able to boot. It took me all day because nobody actually points out you actually have to use Phil's recovery. Nobody actually points out you have to actually do all of that, except for there's one thread that I found that told me how to do it, and it actually worked. Once that's done, go ahead and install zip. And then find your ROM zip file, choose it from SD card, download, and there you go. There I've got JFLT SPR MJA test2.zip. That's the stock rooted file, but you can go ahead and install SAX ROM, custom ROM, or any Android 4.3 ROMs this way. And once this is done, reboot, and you should be all good to go. And you should be booted on the latest Android 4.3 MJA for your Sprint Galaxy S4. And that's pretty much it, and I will be back when this is done. Alright folks, so when your ROM is done installing, I should say install from SD card complete or something similar, go ahead and go back and simply reboot, and you should be all good to go. Now you can go ahead and keep using Phil's recovery once it's installed. It's same as Clockwork recovery like I showed you. Just make sure when you install Android 4.3 ROMs, you do check off that little context thing. But once you check it off, it'll always be checked off, so you should be all good to go once you do it. But there you go. And if you see the Samsung logo, you should be all good to go. It was so hard for me to even get to this point. It would just keep rebooting, and I've never seen this before with Android phones. So it was just stumping me the whole day. But this morning I got up and tried something else, and it works. And you should be all good to go. Anyway, I will be back when this is done. And boom shakalaka, you should be here and you should be all good to go. Now if for some reason, I mean it might happen, probably won't happen if you followed step by step, but if you do get in the boot loop and you never see the Samsung logo, Sprint logo, just repeat the process just one more time and it probably will work, or two more times. But it should work the first time because it took me a while to get this thing working. There you have it, and if you give it a second or two, or a minute or two, your data will pull up here in a second, and I actually have Wi-Fi on there. And there we go, 3G. I do get 4G LTE, just I have to go to upstairs in my office here. Well, it's still setting up, so it's going off. But there you have it. Now you can go ahead and upgrade to Android 4.3 custom ROMs, the rooted version here. I do highly recommend the rooted version. Try it out, stock version, so when you install custom ROMs, you'll be able to see the differences. And thanks guys for watching this video. As always, if you do own a S4, don't forget to sign up for my email list at galaxys4root.com. We update you once a week with ROM of the Week, tips, hacks, and more. And thanks guys for watching my video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and the subscribe button below here to get more cool ROM reviews, tips, tricks, and more. And also check out Video of the Week over here if you haven't yet. And as always, stay on Android.